Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Diffused. Here we go. Diffused, the men, insights into the men of doTERRA. Very excited to be here with our next special guest. He's coming in live all the way from Adelaide, and we've had two from Adelaide now, I think. No, one from Adelaide. I'm getting confused. Anyway, but not that I actually know much about Adelaide. Maybe he can tell us more about him. He's a diamond leader in doTERRA. His name is Christopher Blott. And come in, Chris. You there, mate?
How are you?
Hey, here he is. Look at all these doTERRA products in the background. I think they were just randomly placed, perhaps. A bit of Manuka oil there. Good to see. Now, Chris, you've agreed to be my next interviewee. It's great to have some insight into such a variety of blokes in this country, and I'm really excited to have you on board, and thank you so much for joining us. So tonight, of course, we've got 10 questions as always, and we're going to have hopefully some quick answers from you. And I know you always speak from the heart, and I respect that and appreciate that. So let's get going. So, mate, Chris, question one, as always, with Diffused, what is your favourite essential oil or product for that matter, and why have you chosen this one?
My favourite would be lemon, I suppose. It's one I use the most.
Yeah.
I work in a really dusty, dirty environment, and water just doesn't cut it sometimes, just to quench your thirst, to cut through that dust and that. So the lemon, it really helps with that.
Awesome.
At the end of the day, you also get to put it in your beer, and that makes it so much better as well.
Not supposed to say that, Chris. Never mind, edit that one out. But that's all good, man. So lemon, it's one of my favourites as well. Yeah, all the citrus oils are fantastic. Good answer. We're on a roll, mate. We're on a roll. All right, now question two. Tell us about your first introduction to the oils, and whether it be positive or negative or neutral. Tell us about that for a second.
I suppose the first time I come across them was when Aaron brought them home, obviously. I suppose that's how a lot of blokes get involved.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. It's sort of.
Did you try them straight away, or just sort of keep?
No. I'm sort of. I've been brought up in a family of nurses. Well, my mum was a nurse. Aaron was a nurse, obviously. So it's always been pharmaceuticals and things like that I've been brought up with. So to try something completely opposite end of the scale, I suppose, was very different. Brought up in, kind of thinking that they're, not as an alternative, sort of as something that certain people just go off and do. And I don't know. It was just a different way of what I'd come across, the way. You treat things and things like that. So.
Absolutely. I mean, did Aaron bring home a whole kit? Was that how it worked? There's our timer. We've got a secret timer here tonight. So I'll just let you answer the. Let's have the bell to say the time's up for that answer. But let's just get what you're going to say there. Finish up.
Originally, it was just a few bits and pieces, just to help out. Our lad has a few dietary issues and things, so there was a few just things like that that we sort of tried to start with, and then it just went crazy from there.
It snowballed. So I mean, it brings you to question three. I mean, how did you really feel when they first came into your home? Were you sort of like just keeping your distance, or you were curious perhaps, or?
Yeah, I was I didn't think it was my thing. To be honest, I was, trusted Erin. She only does the best for us always. But for me, it took a long while to, even get around to trying them. Other than, lemon was an easy one to start with. Yeah. All the others, it took a long time before I even opened the bottle and smelt them and that. So,
can you give us a time frame, maybe just maybe a few months, was it, or?
Yeah, probably longer. I didn't think it was for me to start with.
Just like keep those over there, and I'll be over here, and that's where everyone's happy. Is that that was the attitude?
And then once I started using them, obviously you realise they do work, and it's a piece of cake after that. So
just getting you started was the hard bit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, Chris, what do you enjoy about doTERRA as a company? Now you've been involved for a little while, and you're getting obviously more involved all the time. So, how do you? I mean, what do you really enjoy about it? What do you feel about doTERRA?
I really enjoy the way it brings people from like all different walks of life and all that, brings them all together, and you get to meet all these great people. I'm great friends with a lot of people now that I never would have spoke to before, or anything like that. So I think it's great that it can do that, but also how you can take like doTERRA and use it in your business in a million different ways. You can make it fit what you want to do.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say there also is anyone can be a part of it. Is that what you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it doesn't it's not like you're not fixed in a way you can use it. You can use it. For your business, how it best fits you. Which is, not many businesses you can do that. You don't have that.
Very true. Very true. Awesome. Good answer, mate. Well, look, moving on to our next question. So you're doing well, mate. Doing very well, just so you know. Question 5. What makes doTERRA different in your eyes to many other companies?
Well, for one, the quality. The quality is just so much better, comparing that with other essential oil companies. But also how they look after the people, where they source them from, the co-impact sourcing and things like that. They're really generally like trying to support the people. They're not just, farmers aren't just a means of getting the oil. They're actually there to trying to help them establish it and things like that, which is really great.
Oh, it's completely unique, isn't it? I mean, there's no other company like it. Hey, nothing.
No, they're not in it for themselves. They're in it for everybody. So.
Absolutely. So, mate, good stuff. Co-impact sourcing. People should go and research that. It's a wonderful part of doTERRA. I'm very proud of that as well. So, question 6: what do you say to men who perhaps, like yourself, who were not convinced about doTERRA as a future or as a business opportunity? Maybe you'd have some words of wisdom for them who aren't convinced.
I think you just got to get out and try it. There's you don't have to go the whole hog to start with. You can just grab one oil and use it. And it generally does snowball from there. But there's always one oil that can help you in some way. So yeah, I said it could be just something you like smelling, but a lot of blokes have a lot of issues they don't want to talk about. So there's quite often there's an oil that they can use. They don't even have to tell everyone about it. You can use that and you can feel the benefits. So you just got to do a bit of research, find one that will help you, and go for it.
And of course, as your business grows and you're a diamond leader now, I mean, do you think that men should have perhaps a bit more faith in their partner, and as their businesses develop and grow and prosper, and have some when you get aligned with your partner, it's so much more powerful. And I think obviously you're doing that now, and so it's something that people should look into a bit more, perhaps with a bit more faith.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, look, let's move along. So how do you see, this is a bit obviously left of field, perhaps, but how do you see men's health at the moment? Not just physical, but psychological, emotional health. Do you think it's moving in the right direction with?
I think it's definitely a lot better than it was like 20 or 30 years ago. Guys are a little bit more inclined to talk about it. It used to be, I'm not sick, I'm the big macho guy or whatever like that. But now they are starting to talk about it a bit more, even amongst themselves or with their doctor. So I think it's going in the right direction, but I think we've still got a long way to go.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, well said. Yeah, I think we do have a long way to go, especially even in talking about our health and the state of our health. A lot of guys wouldn't even touch that. So, we've got a fair way to go with that. All right, look, let's move along. What do you see is the future of essential oils in the world? I know doTERRA talk a lot about having an oil in every home. And do you think that's possible? Do you see the future being very bright with doTERRA?
Yeah, I do, definitely. As we can see, the growth's phenomenal already.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to happen, well, hopefully, but I think what's going to happen is eventually people are going to realise that pharmaceuticals aren't the only cure, or the only way to benefit yourself. So,
Only option. Yeah.
yeah, they're not the only option. So I definitely think that they're going to become more mainstreams, I suppose is a good word. So yeah, you'll go to your cabinet in the bathroom and you won't just reach for the the painkillers or whatever. You will reach for the oils and things like that. I definitely think that's going to come about, and probably sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. The growth is just phenomenal, isn't it? So it's coming sooner than we think. So Chris, tell us about the last time, and we've had a few funny stories already from people, so it doesn't have to be funny, maybe just a bit obscure or strange even. Tell us about the last time you shared essential oils with someone. Was it someone perhaps that you work with?
Yeah. Go at work. Obviously here, just the time of year it is and with the weather we've had, we're actually in a bit of a mouse plague with all the farming areas and that around.
Oh, yeah?
So obviously dead mice in the walls of your house are a big issue at the moment in a lot of homes. So he was at work complaining about the smell, and it was in the wall of his walk-in robe. So him and his wife weren't too keen.
As you would complain about that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. So of course we did the only thing we know how, and I've got an oil for that. And yeah, gave him some Purify, and he tipped it in there, and he came back the next day and just said, you know what, that actually worked. And he said, it's great. So hopefully we can get them on board.
What did he do? Did he diffuse it or just sort of?
No, just on cotton balls to start with, and threw in there, and then I think the smell got the better of him, and he had a little tester bottle, and I think he ended up tipping the whole lot in there.
Tipping the whole bottle up there, okay. You've got to tell him about the amounts, and that's the next step.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty potent stuff. All right, well, that brings us to our last question. What is your role at the moment? I know that you're working full time and you're busy with the tire business. So, what's your role in the doTERRA side at the moment? And so, how do you contribute to Aaron, maybe week to week, or something that you might do to help?
I'm mainly just a major support role at the moment.
Okay.
So we've got 2 young kids. So and as anyone knows, running a successful business, you're away from home a lot. So I spend a lot of my time here just doing daily chores and that. But I'm also sort of, I suppose you could call it a pincushion. So on the days that she come home and everything hasn't gone quite right, she can just talk to me about it or sort of open up, and I think that helps a bit too. But when she was away in Nepal, I was doing a bit of the back office work and things like that. So, just trying to get involved without getting in the way.
Politically correct there, well said. I mean, there's no small part in that what you're doing. It's a huge role that you play, and I know myself with our 2 kids, I feel some similarity there sometimes. So, yeah, well said. All right, mate. Well, that's our 10 questions. Well done. You just breezed through that. It was too easy. So we've got a viewer question here, and oh my goodness, we've got so many viewers already, and we've got Wendy from Wollongong, and Wendy asks Chris, I know you're right into the tyres at the moment, and she wants a good price on a good set of Goodyears. What's the best deal you can do, mate?
I suppose it depends whether she enrolls or not.
Oh, there you go. Good answer, mate. Good answer. So you can exchange maybe some discounts on tyres for a home essentials, maybe even every oil kit or something like that, every oil sharing kit.
Buy one, get one free or something.
Yeah, give and take, mate. Give and take. We help with the health, and yeah. Well done, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's just great to have more and more insight into the men of doTERRA, and you are certainly one of them. And I'm just always just mind blown because it's just so many different aspects of people on this journey that we don't realise, and especially the men who are going along the same path as their partner. and they're doing so much to assist in that journey. So thank you so much, Chris.
No worries, my pleasure.
Yeah, good on you, buddy. Well, till next edition of Diffused. The next episode will be very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining us, Chris, and all the best, mate. And in Adelaide, we'll see you soon. Maybe over at Leadership.
I'll be around the trap somewhere.
All right, mate. We'll see you soon, mate. Thanks again.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody.